right, let's now get you the latest on the Sena versus Sena battle. And Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has now moved the Election Commission to stake claim to the Shiv Sena, and this is seen as the final chapter of his rebellion. Shinde wants to wrest control of the party away from the Thackerays, who say agencies like the Enforcement Directorate have been used to topple the Uddhav-led government in Maharashtra. Already you have MP Sanjay Raut, who is a loyalist of Uddhav Thackeray, who's been summoned by the ED for questioning in connection with the money laundering case, and he says he's been enticed, he's been pressurized, but has not rebelled against the Thackerays. Well, let's now go across to Saurabh for all the very latest. So Saurabh, you know, lots of key developments. Yesterday you had the Shiv Sena MPs, a majority of them supporting Eknath Shinde. That was a big setback to Uddhav Thackeray. Today the cases that were filed, you know, against the rebel MLAs, that comes up in the Supreme Court. But now this final move of Eknath Shinde to write to the Election Commission.
Yes, this seems like the final bid by Eknath Shinde to try and take control of the party. This is, of course, something that he is trying to ensure, given the fact that, you know, this is a move that is being made by him to wrest control from the Thackerays, like we said. And that, of course, is in tune with what we've heard, you know, so far from the Shinde camp, that they are the real Thackeray, you know, they are the real Shiv Sena, that they are following in Balasaheb Thackeray's ideals. But, you know, again, the counter to that from, you know, came from Sanjay Raut, who, like we were reporting, has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate in Mumbai. He, of course, is, you know, someone who is also saying that, look, I too have been enticed, I too have been pressurized by, you know, obviously, you know, hinting at agencies, but I will not betray the Thackerays. And then, of course, he used a line saying, Jahan Thackeray, Wahan Shiv Sena, effectively emphasizing that the Shiv Sena is something that is synonymous with the Thackerays, and there cannot be a Shiv Sena without the Thackerays. So obviously this is something that you know, the Thackeray camp is maintaining, even as the crucial hearing is underway in the Supreme Court. But yes, Eknath Shinde making that move, the final bid to take control of the Shiv Sena, but he's kept a door open for a future patch-up. Yesterday, he made a very interesting comment in that press conference. What he said was, I have not become the Paksha Pramukh. Paksha Pramukh, translated into English, means party chief, but it is a position that's held by Uddhav Thackeray. And that is a position that he says, I haven't touched that. But effectively, all control of the party is something that Eknath Shinde wants. Perhaps, you know, use the Thackerays as a rubber stamp to do what he wants. That's perhaps the plan. That is something also the BJP wanted, that the Shiv Sena would be in tune with the BJP, and of course the BJP would remain the sole Hindutva partner, with the Shiv Sena being a part of it as, you know, dictated by the BJP, something that the Thackerays moved away from. So an independent Shiv Sena with the Thackerays at the helm is something that the BJP also didn't want. Eknath Shinde, of course, wants to be Chief Minister, wants to keep the Shiv Sena identity, and you will see a lot of arguments in the Supreme Court on that. He doesn't want to let go of the Shiv Sena identity, but he also says he wants to be a part of the BJP-led alliance. That's what also the rebel MPs in New Delhi say, and that's what you see also being argued in the Supreme Court in the form of arguments as both sides make their arguments.
All right, and those arguments taking place right now, you know, Saurabh, so we'll update our viewers on what's happening in the Supreme Court as the Sena versus Sena battle in the top court today. Thanks so much for joining us. With that, so Eknath Shinde making that move and writing to the Election Commission. So the final move in his battle to take complete control of the Shiv Sena and take it away from the Thackerays.